I'm really sad to say that Mick Foley is no longer a part of TNA, or I should put that in quotes because we all know how career matches go, or the ever famous "you're fired" match, which is what happened to Mick Foley last night. He was in a match with Jeff Jarrett, and the loser was fired. So Mick Foley loses, and he's in the back saying his goodbyes, and he comes across Bubba the Love Douche, and he's got his mic. Bubba does. He shoves it in Mick Foley's face and wants to cut an interview with him. How do you feel? Blah, blah, blah. Mick Foley's like, I really don't feel like talking, especially to you, and I definitely wouldn't give you an interview. Something like that, to that effect. And then Bubba goes to say, well, don't let the door hit you on the ass on your way out. And that struck a wrong chord with Foley. And he levels Bubba. And it was awesome. I don't know how real or fake that was. Or I shouldn't say fake. I don't know how real or... I don't know. Regardless, the punch looked vicious. Bubba's out. And then Mick Foley goes, bang, bang! I was like, what an awesome way to go. First and foremost, Bubba the Love Sponge, or Bubba the Love Douche, as I like to call him, is exactly that. He's a fucking douche. He has no fucking clue about wrestling whatsoever. He's friends with Hogan, so that's the only reason he's even on TNA. We lost a great TNA knockout, awesome column because of this guy, and now he's back on TNA? I thought he left. But anyways, he got knocked the fuck out, and I was happy as hell to see that because I hate that dude with a passion. And it was great to see. Now, Jeff Hardy and RVD, we're a tag team tonight. This is an amp. If you guys have never had an amp, you should definitely check it out. So, Jeff Hardy and RVD teamed up to take on Beer Money. Now, I think they worked great together. If you didn't see the match, check it out. But you got two druggies, two stoners, working side by side. What could possibly go wrong? They're definitely on the same wavelength, So, to me, it worked out great. Now, they cut a promo before the match, and I thought it was so great. Because, you had Jeff Hardy putting on his face paint as he's cutting the promo. It just looks so natural, so relaxed. He's putting on the face paint, man, and they're jiving with each other back and forth. It just looked really good, in my opinion. But the match, that was the main event. And, the match was really good. Like I said, they even won the match. They beat Beer Money. And then Eric Young pops up out of nowhere, out of the crowd, comes in the ring in the street clothes, and he's pissed about what happened at Final or Destination X, whatever it's called, and he's mad about that because, well, he got jumped. He got powerbombed by Big Sexy Kevin Nash, and he wants his revenge. So he talked to Hogan, and we are going to see next week. We're going to see Eric Young, RVD, and Jeff Hardy go up against Kevin Nash, Sean Waltman, and Scott Hall. Now, speaking of Scott Hall, man, I don't know if you guys have watched Scott Hall TV. That's his YouTube channel, and he makes videos. And, I was really surprised when I saw Scott Hall in this pay-per-view. He looked in phenomenal shape. For his age and all, he looked really good. He wasn't like in the best of shape, but it really looks like he's finally stopped drinking. Or at least he stopped enough to where he could stay sober long enough to do a match. But God, he looked really good. He even wrestled pretty good. I was very impressed. And even when he does his little YouTube videos, he really seems coherent. he's had a video series with Larry Zbyszko, him and some other guys. It's really funny stuff. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Scott Hall TV, that's his channel name. And it's phenomenal. But yeah, so we're going to have that main event next Monday. And I think it's going to be pretty good. Rob Terry totally squashes Tyson Tomko. Of course, Tyson Tomko doesn't really look the same anymore. I mean, he does and he doesn't. It just looks like he's gained a lot of weight. I don't know, but Rob Terry squashes his ass. It was pretty vicious. Matt Morgan Hernandez. I guess they're no longer a tag team because Matt Morgan almost freaking killed the guy. Or almost killed him, I should say. He didn't really kill him. But, yeah, he does a carbon footprint on Hernandez with his head up against the ring post and, like, bashes his head up against that. It looked pretty good. But the referee was going apeshit over it. He's like, oh my God, guys, come out here, the shit's going down. And, of course, I think Hernandez is going to Mexico to do some work down there, so, you know, he had to have a reason to be absent, so that was that. But those are the highlights of Impact. I thought the show was really good. So, Raw opens with HBK cutting a promo again, just like the last month of Raws. He opens the show again. They cut a promo. Undertaker shows a montage of HBK's career. Pretty good. So Kofi Kingston, apparently they forgot about Kofi at WrestleMania. They're like, holy shit, there's this guy that we gave a push at the end of last year. Who was it? Oh God, Kofi Kingston. We didn't put him on the card yet. Holy shit. Okay, let's make Money in the Bank 10 guys, and we can put him on that. So that's what they did. But the only thing I have a problem with is that they had him go up against Vladimir Kozlov, a big dude, and Kofi squashed him. I mean, Vladimir got a little bit of offense, but he pretty much squashed him. I was like, what the fuck? Come on, man. So, Kofi is the 10th and final competitor in the Money in the Bank. Cool stuff. So, Pete Rose was the host, and at the beginning of the show, he made a match with HBK and Kane, and HBK and Kane had a match. It was alright. I thought it actually was a pretty good match. The lights go out, Undertaker appears, he chokeslams HBK. Lights go out, Kane appears, he goes on to pin HBK. HBK kicks out, and then HBK gives him the Sweet Chin music, and HBK wins. And freaking Pete Rose sucked ass. You know, Pete Rose he's been on a couple WrestleManias, he's been on Raw a few times. It's not like this was his first time ever doing a wrestling show. It really looked like he had no idea what he was doing. I mean, I don't understand why he was so nervous, because he's freaking Pete Rose. But man, he really sucked. But, okay, so Bob Uecker is now going to be inducted to the Hall of Fame. I think that's great. Bob Uecker, he's been around in wrestling for quite some time. I think he was on WrestleMania 3 and 4. He was old back then, so that makes him really old now, but I think it's cool. He's going to be inducted into the celebrity wing, you know, because there's a celebrity wing in the Hall of Fame. I didn't know that, but yeah. So Cena and Batista, they end the show. Batista comes out first with his 6 bodyguards. He's wearing a skin-tight, extra, extra, extra small wife beater. He's coming out with his nipples all piercing through the shirt, and he's talking about how badass he is and how the people suck and how you gotta bow down to Batista because I'm the animal and I will ravage your ass if you try to mess with me. Cena comes out, or in fact, Batista calls Cena out, and they cut a promo, you know, back and forth. They're bantering, they're jaw-jacking. Anyways, Cena, he attacks every security guard, beats their ass, and then Batista and him go at it. You know, I think they're doing a really good job at this WrestleMania build-up, especially for this match. HBK and Undertaker's build-up has been great. Batista and John Cena's promos and build-up has been great. Triple H and Sheamus has been pretty good. And The Miz and Big Show and R-Truth and John Morrison has been so-so. But, you know, overall, you know, the Raws right now are all about build-up. This is the last Raw before Mania, so we don't have to worry about any more promos. And I thought both shows did great. Those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys thought. What'd you like? What'd you dislike? You know where to put that. Put it down in the comments below. This is Gold Izzy. Peace out.